Chandanpur was a remote village located in northern India, about 15 kilometers away from the main road, accessible only through a rough dirt path. During the day, the village felt like heaven, lush green fields, chirping birds, and a sweet water well at its heart. But night transformed Chandanpur into something else entirely. As darkness fell, the village turned silent and eerie, like a graveyard. At the far edge of the village stood a massive old mansion. Once grand and majestic, it was now nothing more than a crumbling ruin. Its tall walls, once decorated with colorful carvings, were now covered in dark stains. Doors opened and closed on their own, and sometimes shadows appeared briefly behind the windows, only to vanish instantly. The most terrifying thing, however, happened every night at exactly 12 a.m. A lamp would light up in the highest window of the mansion, and in its glow, the shadow of a woman could be seen moving. People said she wasn't dancing. She was writhing in pain, waiting for someone. The elders of the village would hold their breath whenever they passed by the mansion. They knew what lived there, but no one dared to speak of it. Anyone who tried to reveal the truth either went mad or died mysteriously. Everything began during one brutal monsoon season when it rained continuously for 40 days. Many houses collapsed due to flooding, yet the old mansion remained untouched. Not a single drop of rain fell on it, as if an invisible force protected it. Soon, strange events began to occur. Chickens died in large numbers, cows fell sick, and children cried all night without reason. Women claimed that when they went to their rooftops at night, they felt someone watching their every move. Sometimes they even heard a sharp, horrifying laugh that sent chills through their bones. Then came the darkest day. Harish, a 25-year-old engineering graduate who had recently returned from the city, mocked the village's superstitions. He laughed at stories of ghosts and witches, claiming such things didn't exist in the 21st century. One stormy night, he decided to expose the truth and went to the mansion with 3 friends. At the gate, his friends lost their courage and refused to go further. Harish, driven by arrogance, entered alone. Inside, the temperature dropped suddenly, and the air smelled of burnt incense and decay. A rusty swing in the courtyard began moving on its own. Then she appeared, Chandrakala. Beautiful, terrifying, wearing a red sari, her eyes burning like fire. She claimed Harish as her own. Harish survived the night, but was never the same again. He muttered Chandrakala's name endlessly and wandered toward the mansion every night. On a full moon night, he disappeared. 3 days later, his body was found with a smile frozen on his face and claw marks around his neck. The elders finally revealed the truth. Chandrakala was once the daughter of a powerful landlord. Accused of witchcraft and evil deeds, she had been burned alive in the mansion's basement. Before dying, she cursed the village, vowing to return and claim anyone who entered her domain. After Harish, more deaths followed until a brave young man named Vivek decided to confront her. Armed with faith, courage, and sincerity, Vivek entered the mansion on a moonless night and begged Chandrakala for forgiveness on behalf of the village. Touched by his sincerity, Chandrakala's rage faded. She confessed her pain, her loneliness, and her exhaustion. Vivek recited holy prayers and granted her the peace she had longed for. As dawn broke, the mansion collapsed into ruins. Chandrakala's spirit vanished forever. In its place, the villagers built a beautiful garden. Every year after the monsoon, white jasmine flowers bloom there, silent witnesses to a cursed past far
finally laid to rest.